Let's read this Bible story titled David and Abigail. This takes place in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 25. Then David moved down to the desert of Mon. A certain man in Mon, who had property there at Carmel, was very wealthy. His name was Nabal, and his wife's name was Abigail. Abigail was a beautiful and intelligent woman, but her husband, a Calebite, was surly and mean in his dealings. When David was in the desert, he heard that Nabal was shearing his sheep. So he sent 10 young men and said to them, "Go up to Nabal at Carmel and greet him in my name. Say to him, I hear that it is sheep shearing time. When your shepherds were with us, we did not ill-treat them, and the whole time they were at Carmel, nothing of theirs went missing. Therefore, be favorable towards my young men, since we come at a festive time. Please give your servants and your son David whatever you can find for them." Nabal answered David's servants, "Who is this David? Why should I take my bread and water and meat that I have slaughtered for my shearers and give it to men coming from who knows where?" David's men turned around and went back and reported every word. David said to his men, "Put on your swords." About 400 men went up with David, while 200 stayed behind with the supplies. One of the servants told Nabal's wife Abigail, David sent messengers from the desert to give our master his greetings, but he hurled insults at them. Yet these men were very good to us. Night and day they were a wall around us all the time we were herding our sheep near them. Abigail said nothing to Nabal, but she acted immediately. She loaded large amounts of food and wine onto donkeys and set off with her servants to try and find David. As she came riding her donkey into the mountain ravine, there were David and his men descending toward her, and she met them. When Abigail saw David, she fell at his feet and said, "My lord, let the blame be on me alone. Please forgive your servant's offense, for the Lord will certainly make a lasting dynasty for your master. Because he fights the Lord's battles, let no wrongdoing be found in you as long as you live." Then David accepted from her what she had brought to him and said, "Go home in peace." When Abigail went to Nabal, he was in the house holding a banquet like a king. He was in high spirits and very drunk. She told him nothing until daybreak. Then in the morning, when Nabal was sober, his wife told him all these things, and his heart failed him, and he became like a stone. About 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise be to the Lord, who has upheld my cause against Nabal for treating me with contempt." Then David sent word to Abigail, asking her to become his wife. David had also married Ahinoam of Jezreel, and they were both his wives. But Saul had given his daughter Michal, David's wife, to Patel, son of Lachish, who was from Galium. Understanding the story. Nabal's foolishness is in sharp contrast to Abigail's wisdom. Her quick action saves her household from disaster and prevents David from making the same mistake that Saul, using his power for personal vengeance. The behavior and characters of Nabal and Saul are very similar, and Nabal's sudden death foreshadows Saul's own fate. Thank you, Lord, for your word. Come on back. We'll do it again.